Radiant team ban.
Alright guys, welcome back to the SCA League. I am David Gods Parker. David Parker God, if you're Mr. FZ who calls me David Parker Gods. And I'm casting the SCA League Qualifier number 1. We saw first departure narrowly squeak past full tilt despite having a 15k gold league. It got back to 0 and then they ended up barely winning. Luckily they managed to find a pick off at the last minute on that Luna, but we're going to see the next match of our first round here in the winner bracket. This is Dreamz Legion up against Neolution.G7, and we're going to see how Dreamz look to sort of make their switch over to Dota 2. They played a lot of Dota 1, but we're going to see them here in Dota 2, see how they adjust. And Neolution.G7, I mean, formerly known just as Team G7, they're now obviously partnered with Neolution, a team who also sort of coming from Dota 1. They were at SMM as well. I actually casted games from both these teams at SMM just a couple months ago. Probably the last games I casted was some of these teams, although neither of them making the finals. Dreamz, I think, Dreamz finishing in 4th place there. But we're going to see how they do. Switching over to Dota 2, Dreamz, I mean, also on paper, one of the favourites here. First departure, sort of the clear favourites to win this qualifier, just based on their recent results in the Gosu Cup, getting 2nd place to Zenith, among other results. But Dreamz still is always a strong contender, always a team who just have some amazing teamwork and just individual ability. It's just whether or not they've made that proper transition over to Dota 2 yet. The teams in the Philippines still playing a lot of Dota 1 events. They're sort of doing the half and half. They're doing what China did in last year. China was doing let's play both. Let's play the Dota 1 tournaments, Ace and G League, and let's play the Dota 2 tournaments, your Gigabyte Dota Masters, or TI2, and they were doing Dota 1 and Dota 2. That's what the Philippines teams are doing this year, and China are doing just Dota 2. China are like, okay, we're done with Dota 1, let's do Dota 2 only, and now the Philippines are finally saying, okay, we'll actually do Dota 2, but they haven't fully committed to it, so they haven't made that full transition over, but still, we're going to see some strong results. That's what we saw from the Chinese. I don't think you can quite put the Philippines up on the same level of dedication and sort of ability as the Chinese. I don't think you can put any country on the same level of dedication and sort of basically skill and ability as the Chinese in Dota or Dota 2 ever, at least not unless you go back 5 or 6 years. But Philippines are a strong country in esports. They've got a great foundation there, especially with the Mineski organization doing regular events, the GMPGL, the GST. So they've got some strong players and teams as a result. And we're going to see what Dreamz can do here. They're playing over on the Radiant side. They have 2nd pick here in this game. Neolution Esports banning out the Shadow Demon and DK, and this is sort of bans you're like, what are they doing banning these heroes for? I never see these heroes get banned out when I watch Na'Vi play. Well, you maybe can see Batrider and Darkseid banned out, but this is because these are sort of your trademark Filipino heroes. This is what they love to play. Owie plays that DK in the mid lane, as does L. They're sort of main carry player. You've got Jules, sort of that their other carry player, can play a very big DK. They love to run that solo mid DK, and Shadow Demon's sort of their preferred support hero, and that's where we see these bans come from. Problem is, well, there's other heroes that they can go for. They've now gone for the TA as their solo mid hero. They've got a Mag as their offlane hero. And Neolution Esports, well, they've gone for their 2 support heroes. G7 pick up the Nyx, the Rubik, and now a Jakiro as well. So actually, like, now they have their 2 support heroes, and the Nyx as well as the Jakiro. Rubik can be playing that solo role, I imagine, probably in the mid lane against the Templar Assassin. And, well, we'll see what Dreamz can get with this 3rd pick. Probably start getting some of those supports. Shadow Demon's been banned out. Rubik, Jakiro, Nyx all taken. I mean, all 3 potential supports. We're going to see a solo mid Rubik, but that leaves Dreamz with very few options as far as sort of top tier supports go, which is your Shadow Demon, your Rubik, and your Nyx Assassin. Even Jakiro being taken out as well. So they're looking at heroes like the Crystal Maiden here. They're going to go for a Luna for now, so they pick up their other carry. That's their safe lane farmer, and the problem is now we're just going to see a bunch of support heroes being banned. Maybe even a Chen ban. Chen could easily go into the jungle and be a great addition here, providing some additional heals, the arcane boots and all that. And, well, where do Neolution go with this? I mean, they obviously need sort of their more farm and carry type roles here, whereas Dreamz, I mean, it's all support. So for Neolution, these bans are pretty clear cut. You ban out support heroes. Whether or not they look to ban the junglers in there as well is sort of another matter. They could just go for the laning supports, the Crystal Maiden, I mean, not often do you say, let's ban Crystal Maiden, but if you ever want to ban a Crystal Maiden, this is one of those games. Maybe a Tidehunter ban. Maybe a Vengeful Spirit, but I mean, this is all support heroes that's going to be needed for Dreamz. So we're not going to be seeing a support mag. I just do not see that as a viable option. There's your first support hero banned up. Vengeful Spirit cops a ban. And Dreamz, well, they want to start banning out some farming roles, some carry heroes, maybe even stuff like the Anti-Mage, the Lone Druid, those sort of top-tier carry heroes, which Neolution could easily go for. They ban out an Undying, I guess, as a potential tri-lane hero. They could have put that in the tri-lane with the Nyx and the Jakiro, but I just don't think it would have been all that strong, or something that would have necessarily worked all that well. And as a result, I feel they just need to go for the carry heroes, the solos. Maybe if you want to ban out some sort of non-hard carry heroes, you're looking at banning out heroes like a Bounty Hunter maybe, or a Puck, sort of those side lane solo heroes which Neolution don't really have at the moment. Leshrac ban, there's a strong supporter. That actually makes a lot of sense as a ban. They ban out the Weaver as well. We've seen a bit of Weaver lately. Natural 9 actually using him yesterday in their tri lanes. I mean, and playing him in the safe lane as a farmer. And in a tri lane versus tri lane, Weaver is ridiculously strong. And G7, they do need a farmer. And the thing is, there's a lot of good farmers left if they want to go the hard carry route, which is your Anti-Mage, your Lone Druid. Both those heroes still in the pool. They can even go something like the Carry Tiny if they really want to go something a bit sort of less mainstream. And Dreamz, it's all about the supports for them. So we're going to see them ban out carries, and then Neolution ban out one more support hero after the Leshrac and the Vengeful Spirit. Lunar support, says some guy in the chat. That would be a first for me. That would be a first. This could well be a time for an Ogre Magi. The Filipino teams like their Ogre Magi as a support. They have these sort of two roaming supports, and Ogre Magi fits in well there, but they also need range support. Maybe they go Ogre Magi with something like a Chen. I feel they go for a Chen here. Dreamz do have a decent Chen player. They can pull that out. They have been known to do it before in the past, so I'm thinking we could see a Chen come out for Dreamz. And that sort of puts Neolution, it's not a big issue for them. They've got some strong defensive heroes to help defend the push in the Rubik Fade Bolt, the Jakiro with his AoE. Also, if they're getting ganked, I mean, Telekinesis, Impale, Ice Path, all strong defensive spells as far as they have the lockdown to deal with the ganks. Keeper of the Light, the last ban. Okay, so Dreamz not going to have that option of having that range support that does sort of pack a punch. Good at defending as well. So if Neolution Esports want to get something like a Lone Druid, go for a strong mid-game push. You can't have the Keeper of the Light to defend with. And there's your Lone Druid ban. I think that's necessary. You haven't got much defensive capabilities to defend towers with at the moment. Mag, the only hero that offers something in a Shockwave. And that's not really going to be enough if your opponents go for a heavy push, and that's where you sort of have to ban out that Lone Druid. Your Keeper of the Light's been banned out. You haven't got the Illuminate. You haven't got the Lightning Storm from a Leshrac if you want to go for the Leshrac route. So these two heroes, well, get taken out of the pool, and Dreamz are going to have to see where they want to go with this. I mean, I'm looking at something like a more aggressive ganking style with a Chen, Ogre Magi, maybe something else with a Chen. Maybe we just look at the Crystal Maiden. I mean, the Filipino teams like to run Crystal Maiden. They prefer them to sort of your European, American, and other Southeast Asian teams. Crystal Maiden is sort of one of those support heroes they will bring out on a fairly regular basis just because of his sort of laning strength. He's got 2 nukes, both with a disable or slow. And Neolution, there's your carry hero. They go for a Morphling, and well, there's a support hero that doesn't get seen often, but when it does get seen, it's had some sort of big games. Most noticeably by IG. Faith, who's played some big disrupting games in G League. When IG destroyed LGD 3-0, he had some very impressive disruptor play there, and also back in TI2, he played some impressive disruptors. So Dreamz are going to go with a disruptor of their own. They're up against a Morphling here. Morphling having received some major nerfs. And well, I don't know. I'm not convinced the Morphling is the hero to go for. I mean, it's just so expensive to stat change. You just need so much mana, and you've got burst damage coming up from Templar Assassin. What? And now they're going to steal another support. They're like, okay, we're going to deny another support from you. We're going to be looking at a Nyx solo. Because Witch Doctor, without a doubt, Witch Doctor is a support hero. Same goes for... Okay, you can see a Jakiro. Okay, we're looking at Jakiro solo mid, actually. This is going to be Jakiro solo mid against the TA. This is kind of what Na'Vi have done a bit with Dendi playing the solo mid Jakiro. Took me a second to realize it, but now that I see it, it does make a lot of sense. We're looking at Jakiro in the mid lane, I want to say. As we do not need to look at the gold difference, as it is dead even, as you'd expect. G7 from Myanmar. for people asking. But we're going to introduce your Radiant team, which is Dreamz Legion Steel Series, who I'll refer to mostly as Dreamz. We've got Owie playing the Luna as a farmer. We've got the captain. Who is that? It's not Yosh. It's someone else. I believe it's Patty. Patty playing their Disruptor. Patty, the one player I cannot account for. Jules is going to be playing the Solar Mid Templar Assassin. L, who I imagine is LA. L is short for LA here. Playing the Magnetor. And I've lost one. Or have I lost one? Sand King in the hands of Y or Yosh. Yosh is playing the Sand King. So this is going to be Patty playing the Disruptor. Over on the Dire side, we've got the Witch Doctor in the hands of VR Cat. Shoti playing the Morphling. And Calais playing the Jakiro. They're going to actually run right into trouble very early on. Or at least run into some scouts here. We'll see if there's going to make anything much of this. Witch Doctor and Jakiro Morphling. I mean, a decent level 1 clash, I guess. Sand King not the best, Disruptor not the best. Neither team with a ridiculously strong level 1 clash, and Nyx comes in with a mana burn. How rude! It's not going to be Nyx. It's going to be Nyx mid. Okay, so they're not going Jakiro mid. It wasn't what I had this epiphany. I'm like, okay, they're using the Jakiro mid, but no, they're going to go for the Nyx Assassin mid, which puts Rubik in the side lane. Both heroes, I mean, especially when you're looking at some sort of high... I mean, these are heroes you can sort of see played as solos. Generally, they're played as supports, especially if you're watching sort of the Chinese scene, but they can go as solos. They do work as solo heroes. And that's what we're going to see. Witch Doctor and Jakiro, these are your traditional supports. These are heroes which only really work as a support. The one exception being the Jakiro solo mid when you run that against something like a Templar Assassin. So it's going to be... It's going to be the solo mid Nyx, and the Trilane vs Trilane actually at bottom lane. Morphling not going to have the best time here, I imagine. Luna with the Aura going to give Disruptor more damage, Luna more damage, helps with the last hitting, helps with the harass, and they're going to have to try and just pull this way back as much as possible. Top lane is where you got the 1v1 matches, Rubik versus Mag, and this is, I mean, I like doing 1v1 matchups when you're up against a Mag. I just don't think Rubik's a very aggressive or dominating enough laning hero. This is where something like an anti-mage can destroy a Mag 1v1, a Klinks can destroy a Mag 1v1. There's some heroes which do really well against Mag 1v1. Rubik does decent. You should win the lane, but it's not really a convincing win. But the 1v1 matchup is going to work out for them if this bottom lane goes alright. They've got 1v1 matchups across the board. They just need to make sure they do well on the 1v1 matchups and then have this Trilane make something happen. And that's something they can do. They're up against a Sand King who needs levels, who cannot really offer a whole lot here. And they've also managed to block the pull early on, slow down the ability to pull right off the bat, and well... Oh, Jakiri's going to go for a D-ward of the D-ward. He's going to have to try and come around. He's going to find it, actually. He blocks it and also D-ward, so he's going to force another sentry out, I believe. And he just wants to make sure he blocks this pull at 2 minutes, I want to say. Disruptor going to try and sort of frantically look to D-ward this once again. He's going to have to go for it, and the problem is there's one more sentry. If Jakiro wants to use it, really smart play coming out from him. He's not going to actually use the sentry. He's going to pick up an invis here. And G7, well, that's a decent start for them. As far as this bottom lane's concerned, I mean, I said this bottom lane's important. And as far as winning the bottom lane, preventing the pull from happening is a key factor here. They do need to be careful here. There is a sentry on this Jakiro. They would have seen them pick up this invis room, but I think they're just going to say, well, they're not likely to go on us right now. They haven't... They're not going to... They're going to save this sentry for the time being. And they figure if Dreamz go on them, they just fight back, because they do not have the burst damage to kill off anyone until we see Luna hitting maybe level 3. Top lane, what have we got there? That's where the Mag is heading off against the Rubik here. Mag 10-0, Rubik 11-1, so pretty much dead even on CS, and this is where Rubik just cannot really dominate a lane against a Mag. It's a matchup where both will get farmed, both will get XP. Mag will go for the early bottle. And that'll be that. Once they've got the bottle regen, you've got the HP mana regen, maybe just go for some arcane boots even, depending on which way you want to take this. And well, Jules at the middle, he's actually bottle crowing. That's going to help him out against this mana bomb Sam. Nyx is just spamming that mana bomb so much, so he's going to go for that early bottle and just use the crew to continually refill it. Top lane Neolution, sorry, bottom lane Neolution. I mean, this is just harass back and forth. Neither team really getting the better of it. Actually, mid lane Nyx taking a ton of damage. That's really, I mean, this Bottle Crow just keeping Jules in this lane. He can just harass so much, be so aggressive, and Nyx is like, well, I need to start Bottle Crow. At least I need to start getting some runes here. Jules needs to be careful. He does not want to be taking too much of that tower. Bottom lane, Icepath's going to go in. They've actually found the Disruptor, going to force him back to the tower. Jewel Breath as well. Morphling actually going to decide against going in. Going to get stunned up as well. Needs to get it for a waveform out. Lucent Beam forces a waveform and doesn't do any damage with that waveform as well. It's cost a lot of his mana to use a waveform. More than half his mana. And when you're not doing any damage, but you're using it to get yourself out of a bad position, it's very, very expensive. I see some people in the chat saying, what is this? This isn't 720p. It's probably closer to about 500p. And the reason is I'm streaming from Australia, and Australia does not have the best internet. If you want to watch and don't mind forking out the $4, you can get a Dota TV ticket. It's $3.99. And then you can watch, well, inside Dota 2 in perfect quality, and you get my commentating in the game. And you get 3 weeks of Dota 2 action here for your SEA League. This is a pretty cool tournament. You've got some awesome teams. This is just the qualifier. And you've got Dreamz playing. The main tournament will feature sort of your top Southeast Asian teams directly invited. So that's where you get your Zenith, your Orange, and your, well, I think Myth Trust as well being invited already. So that's where you get your really sort of top teams directly invited. And the qualifiers, well, it's a chance for some new teams to prove themselves, to get known and get into the main tournament. LD will be back soon, I believe, streaming some of these games. That's where you'll get some slightly better quality on the Beyond the Summit stream. But Beyond the Summit will be casting the games in Dota TV as well as on our free Twitch TV stream. Right now it's Dreamz. They're doing pretty well here against G7 as far as the laning stage goes. Templar Assassin leading the last hits at mid, and Nyx, well, 11-3 compared to the 26-10. And this is level 1 mana burn just designed to harass and annoy Templar Assassin, but Templar Assassin has not been harassed and annoyed at all. And it's bottom lane. First spot actually goes down. G7 loses the Witch Doctor, and Dreamz are going to look for more. Oh, this is where the Disruptor comes in. Glimpses back the Jakir. Is there another stun? There's no mana from the Sand King. Needs a Lucent Beam, maybe. Luna's going to try to chase him down. Not going to happen. And Morphling finishes the Disruptor. Did have enough mana for a waveform, and 1-for-1 trade at... Sorry, yeah, well, I believe a 1-for-1 trade? 1-for-2 trade. Okay, elsewhere. Kill at top lane. That's what was happening. While all that was going on, Magnetor picks up a kill at the top lane on the Rubik. Not something I was expecting to happen up there. Rubik going for a very, very greedy build. Straight energy booster. Oh, Shockwave gets stolen. Kenji picks up a steal, immediately steals it, and then throws it down. Meanwhile, bottom river, Leo gets a kill on the Sand King, so stuff happening all over the place. G7 sort of find two unexpected kills. First, the Nyx Assassin using his Vendetta to kill the Sand King at Rune. A stolen Shockwave gets a kill at top lane. Deary me. Crazy stuff happening here in your SEA League. Dreamz, well, they lose a couple kills there. We'll see where they want to go from here. Jules trying to team up. They want to go on Leo here. He's going to pop the Carapace. Jules actually cops the stun out of that. He wanted to probably wait it out if he wanted to keep on chasing, but I don't think they were getting that kill anyways. And with a regen rune up on this Nyx Assassin, he's going to be perfectly happy to stay in this lane. And in 15 seconds, he can look to go for another gank again. He's going to get spotted by this Observer Ward, which is not going to make him a very happy camper. And he's also going to look to plant a ward on the high ground. He gets spotted doing that, so I think they know exactly where that ward is. Bottom lane. They want to maybe go in again. Morphling does not the best fighting here. It's Witch Doctor gets caught slightly out of position. Stun does come in. Lucent Beam as well. They need a bit more damage, and they're going to get it. Disruptor gets the kill. Can they go for some more here? Morphling going to have to wave out, or maybe look for wave in for a kill. He's sort of trying to burst down this Disruptor. Not going to do enough. He gets glimpsed back in. He's now going to have to start Morphling. In comes Rubik with a Shockwave. Takes out the Luna. Big kill. Steals a Burrow Strike afterwards. Shockwave, Burrow Strike. This is a Rubik. That is some good Rubik play when you... in quick succession, use 2 spells like that. Secures 2 kills. Let's make it 3. Rubik picks up a double kill, but really he set up all 3 of those kills. Great play coming out from G7. Kenji making a great decision to leave the top lane, come bottom. That's when Mag wasn't there, actually. It's mid lane as well. Leo gets another kill for his team. Finds the Templar Assassin.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Nyx Assassin waiting for the next rune. 8 minutes in. Where's it going to spawn? It's not top. It's bottom. He's going to make his way down there for that double damage rune. He hasn't got his ultimate up, so he's not likely to go ganking now. Did use that to kill the Templar Assassin, which was casually missed. And OE at bottom lane. He's not having the best time with this Luna so far. He's found himself the tri-lane versus tri-lane. I mean, I mentioned this is the important lane for G7. While they did give up a kill early, they turned it around, and you can see how important this tri-lane was going to be. They bring the Rubik into the tri-lane just to make sure that they don't give up too many kills, that at least they're trading favorably, and they get 3 kills out of that one here. They're going to look for some additional kills here. Oh, we're going to get dragged back in. Actually, Burrow Strike gets stolen by Kenji, hits 2 with it. He needs to be a bit careful. He's taking a lot of damage here. He's going to steal a Lucent Beam as well. Burrow Strike into a Lucent Beam. Once again, we're seeing some great Rubik play. Earlier on, it was the Shockwave into Burrow Strike. This time, he's stealing more spells. He needs to get out of here soon. He's going to get a cast coming out from the Witch Doctor. Telekinesis as well. Mag finally makes his way down towards his bottom lane. A much-needed gank coming out. Skewers through, trying to take out this Witch Doctor. Here comes Jakiro. Ice Path going to go through. Not actually going to land. Mag gets an RP on 2. And now Neolution.G7 going to find themselves on the back foot. Dreamz have found an opening, or at least a couple of kills of their own, forced to bring in the Mag just to sort of save some face at this bottom lane, and luckily Disruptor managed to get out of there okay. Jules has not had the best time in this mid lane. He's currently sitting on 0-1. He's got decent farm, as we've seen, leading the farm boards, but that early death on him, he has not really been active on the map. He's not looking to gank, he's just looking to farm, get up the Blink Dagger, and then get more proactive on the map. Bottom lane. Nyx is bottling up. He wants to sort of look for another engagement. And Disruptor being this low, he needs to be careful. He actually hasn't got any mana. He may as well be sort of heading back to base momentarily. Nyx, same applies. He's got no HP, no mana. Even with a rune spawning in just a second, he's not going to risk it. If he doesn't get the rune while he's in trouble, he actually is going to spawn bottom, Invis rune up, and it's going to be Jules who heads down there, looks to pick it up. Kenji near the bottom lane. He's had some big impactful plays so far, and he's going to look for a few more here, and he's going to have to be careful because Jules is invis, scouting everything out. He's going to see all 3 heroes here. He knows what he's up against, and he knows, well, there's nothing he can do against that. Dire with an Observer Ward, spotting the Invis rune being picked up, and they know that they have to be careful. Unless they're going to have some Sentry Wards that they can drop down, they're not going to make a play on this. Jakiro heading all the way back to base, and it's top lane where they're looking to go in. Oh, he doesn't know what's up. Zap down. Morphling going to wave on in, not actually going to get the kill. Poor Morphling. He thought he had that. He gets Arcane back up. He didn't actually lose any mana thanks to the Arcane boots on the next Assassin, so no big loss, but he would have loved having that kill. He needs the gold here. He's not having the best time farming compared to the Templar Assassin, even the Mag out farming him, but he's doing much better than Luna. Well, I say much, but 6 CS difference here, but Luna's in a bit of trouble.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Kenji at bottom lane. He's only got Arcane Boots and Brace and 1. He's had some fantastic movement around the map as a side lane solo, but he hasn't really got the items at this point. He needs that mobility item, whether it's the Force Staff or the Blink Dagger. He wants to get one of those 2 items here. Oh, Calais. Ice Path, that's going to be nice. Oh, L! He goes in, he doesn't get the RP off. He gets Telekinesis before he can RP. Oh, I thought he had a huge 3-man RP there. He's going to try to look to go back in. And Skewer's been stolen by Kenji. That's not the spell you want to be stealing there. Kenji needs to be careful here. Templar Assassin making his way in. Wants to get Kenji here. Witch Doctor going to be the first to go down. Jules is looking for the Rubik. Ice Path going to slow him down, and it's going to be Sanking on the back lines getting picked off. Oh, Shockwave going to narrowly miss. Kenji's still alive. Eclipse going to get popped by Luna. He's just on the run. He's going on the back foot here. Kenji steals Meld. Helps keep himself alive from Jules. This spell stealer, she's just using everything he can, and Morphling not going to go in on Jules just now. Ice Path not going to find him. He's ran right. Disruptor's there to help protect him. Sentry Wards are up as well, which could be necessary against this Nyx Assassin. There's your Sentry Ward. And oh, he's going to get spotted in just a second. Yeah, he's been spotted. He gets skewered into the tower. Oh no, that is not where you want to be, Leo. Under enemy tower. Morphling going to go waving in. Misses the wave, I want to say. That's that Morphling nerf. The radius that wave actually hits is so much smaller now, and you can see it there. He just does not find the opening there. Oh, it's going to be Rubik going to try to go in here. Wants Jules. Jules, one melt. It could be enough. Kenji melds himself up. The Sentry Ward is there, though. He goes down thanks to this Sentry Ward, and Dreamz are turning this fight around. They've taken up Rubik. Nyx Assassin, Witch Doctor, a drop Jakiro. One more right click. Goes the way of Luna. Oh, he picks up another kill for himself. Dreamz have almost evened up the score. They're looking for Morphling. If they can get him, they're in a great position. Shockwave finishes him off. He had the waveform. He didn't use it. Team wipe. Complete Ubos going the way of Dreamz Legion as G7 find themselves on the receiving end of a nasty Dreamz combo. That's just a strong team fight. There's Sentry Ward as well. Rubik trying to fight, playing a bit too cutesy. He was so low. He wanted to keep on fighting it despite how low he was. Trying to set up some fights there, and it just wasn't going to happen under a Sentry Ward because he had that meld. He was trying to go in and out of meld, but didn't go to his favor. And the problem is now that's a lot of gold and levels going the way of Dreamz. One big fight like that, a huge jump, 3k XP lead, and the gold lead getting up to about 5k, and that's your Blink Daggers. Blink Dagger on Templar Assassin, Blink Dagger on the Mag as well. And another fight brewing at bottom lane. This is where those Blink Daggers are going to have a huge impact. If Mag can off a nice up here with that, and this could be the perfect setup. He needs to find the opening. Oh, we're going to go down before Mag can decide to go in here. Jules, he's going to actually find himself in trouble. Mag, you've got to go in just a second here. He's not going to go in time, and they lose Luna as well, and Jules is going to be left to die here, and finally Mag decides to go. He only catches 2. I think he could have caught more if he went sooner, but he waited too long. He wasn't sure if he wanted to go, and Jules, he's too low to go back in. If Mag goes sooner, Jules can try and fight, but instead he waited too long. They have managed to get Disruptor back up and running, and Jules, he manages to pick off the Jakira, also gets the Nyx Assassin, so this is kind of the opening. This is why Mag waited, just to give Jules as much space as possible, but the problem is Jules has gone right into a Witch Doctor ultimate. Great Disrupt ultimate, cancels the Witch Doctor, the Death Ward, and Witch Doctor get pulled back in. There is no surviving this. Nyx Assassin going to try and turn this around. Triple kill going the way of Disruptor, and Nyx Leo, he's chasing the Disruptor, does not have the additional disable. He's going to try and get burst down as well. Can Jules get another kill? Yes, he can. Jules is on a dominating streak, 1600 gold up on him, and it's now starting to roll the way of Dreamz. We've seen non-stop action, fast-paced Dota. Last game and this game as well, we're getting it. Over 2 kills a minute, first departure and full tilt delivered, and now it's Neolution.G7 and Dreamz delivering with the goods, with some good Dota. Oh, Yosh going to manage to dodge the Ice Path here. Going to have to stun his way out here. He doesn't want to be taking too much damage. The Jewel Breath and Macropire with a waveform would have forced him out and been enough to kill him if he sat in that sandstorm. So he makes a smart decision. Burrow strikes away back to the safety of his own tower. Pinoy Dota, best Dota. Or at least most high kill Dota, I should say. Because that's what we're seeing now. Some very aggressive play from Dreamz. Non-stop kills and aggression. Not always the most calculated or precise Dota. Complete opposite of what you see from the Chinese, but effective in its own way. So much aggression, so many kills happening in a short amount of time here. And Neolution.G7, they've dealt with it well. They've managed to stay on decent terms. All these fights, especially early on, there were fights that went fairly favorably towards them. The problem is, the longer this goes, they're seeing Dreamz get a stronger teamfight. Dreamz have the better teamfight composition once they get those levels. That's where the early fight, the laning stage fights, went the way of G7, especially with Rubik being the fast level 6. Look at it go, says Witch Doctor. Bounces that cask around, gets himself some creeps. But now, I mean, we've seen Mag ulti, even when he doesn't get the best ultimate possible, it's still sort of enough just to set up some kills for Jules. Jules who can just do so much damage once he gets those levels. Level 10, this is sort of the magic level for him. Sorry, level 10, what am I talking? Level 10 is when you get the max refraction, the max build. You get level 14, then you're looking at your max range as well. He's hitting with some decent range here. Part of my ability to not read levels, by the way, guys, the bottom half of my screen is actually, he's level 13, the bottom half of my screen is actually not visible. So I can see that he has 4 points in Cyblades, and I'm just trying to do some quick math here. But yeah, a lot of these things aren't actually visible thanks to my monitor resolution, but you guys can luckily see everything on screen. And here we're going to see Shoti. He's going to get ganked up here. He's going to try to get Epicenter down, but there is a counter gate coming from Neolution. Big Epicenter. Is there going to be enough? Dreamz, they're coming out, just edging out. G7 here. Morphling goes down. They've lost Mag, though. Sanking very, very low. He's going to get stunned out there. The Carapace. It triggers on the Sandstorm, and Jules trying to fight his way out of this one, but I don't think he's going to be able to do so. He gets burst down. Buyback's coming down. Mag is just going to be the first. Dreamz going to turn this around again. Kenji, he's going to be careful here. Is there a skewer from the low ground? It's on cooldown. Good fight for G7. Back to dead even. 17 kills apiece. 17 minutes in.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Owie, he's away farming at bottom lane. He knows he needs to catch up. He's not had the best time farming in the recent game. L at top lane. He just used up a lot of his gold on that buyback. He was sitting around 1k gold earlier, but that buyback there would have cost him 600 gold, and then on top of that you're losing gold from that death, so he's now a lot further away from whatever next item he was looking at. Towards the middle lane. Wow, Witch Doctor, man. Times are tough. Hasn't even got his boots yet. His 2 gauntlets of strength, so he's trying to get that fast Urn of Shadows by the looks of things, but that's about all he's got at the moment. Jules, mid lane, he's got a Mithril Hammer, so this is either your BKB or your Desolator, and by the way, Pinoys love to be aggressive. We're probably looking Desolator. BKB, no. Too safe. BKB is for pussies. Oh, Leo, he's looking for the Disruptor. Actually gets glimpsed back here. Disruptor decided he had no back. He was actually doing some de-warding, so Leo knew there was a Sentry Ward there. And Disruptor's like, I just got to play this as safe as possible. Look at this Disruptor, almost actually finishing off a mech. Dreamz trying to find the openings at bottom lane, or maybe not so much openings, but they're just looking to sort of brute force down this tower. Maybe they've gathered up their entire team, and with this strong team fight of theirs, they've got the AoE. Oh, Witch Doctor melts. Jules saw the opening. They didn't even have a lane ward, I don't think. I think Witch Doctor just completely out of position there. One meld hit followed by a Lucent Beam was enough to bring him down and ensure a tier 1 tower as well. G7 just going to go for some counter farm, some counter push. And, well, that's not going to work out too well for them. Rubik going to get caught out. The hero Rubik is not looking too good anymore. Sanking taking a lot of damage from the Macropie, and it's going to be a glimpse back in. This is the power of the Disruptor. You get the glimpse. All you need is a vision. Your vision is what you get from your Thunderstrike, your first skill. It gives you the vision you need, and then you can glimpse it back in from so far away, and it's hard to do anything about it. It's just got such a long range that G7 has to be so careful not to get caught out of position. This is another way you can catch heroes out of position. The blink skewer. If you blink past, skewer him back in. He was looking for it there with the Jakiro, slightly misplaced it. Morphling. Force out of top lane, it looks like. Templar Assassin came in, had something to say about it. Forces Morphling back, but he has got the replicant up, so he goes right back in with 1 second left to spare. And this is, I was going to comment on it earlier before a fight broke out upon him. Phase Boots Morphling. Phase Boots Morphling. I've not seen this, I want to say I've never seen this ever before. This is new to me. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's new. I actually think Phase Boots are a really cool, cost-effective item, especially Morphling. He got his base damage nerfed so much. If you're forced to stay on a lot of strength, especially in the laning phase, you don't have much damage to help you last year. That's where Phase Boots can really help you be aggressive. And also just help you with that last thing in the laning stage. But he didn't go straight for him, he got him after the Perseverance. And right now he just needs that Lincoln Sphere up. Jules finds himself a regen room, he's just camping. He's looking to camp, he's trying to find Calais. Calais with this A sentry ward. And Jules knows there's an observe ward there, he's pinging it. Or at least, I think he knows. He's pinging it for some reason. G7. They're grouped up near the bottom tier 2 tower. The supports, well, I say supports. Rubik has not been playing as support. He's been making plays happen. He's been played as that safe lane solo. He's going to wander down bottom river, blink on over. He's actually seeing on some observer and sentry wards. And it's Nyx Assassin just looking for kills. He's vendetted up. He's going for the Dagon build. And things have quietened down now. Dreamz decide to just sit back, let Owie get some more items up on this Luna. He needs to start getting that BKB, the Manta style up, these sort of key items for himself. They don't want to try to fight at the moment, even though they've got the big team fight. They'll wait for the next level of items up. Mag, starting this refresher. Starting the refresher. Templar Assassin, BKB, disappointed Jules. You leave me disappointed. He's going to walk right into Kenji though. Kenji does not blink out in time. Needs to be careful. Actually gets a telekinesis off. Is there a follow-up? Oh, Mag with an RP. Jules is actually ice pathed up though. Luckily for Neolution.G7 there. If that ice path doesn't come in, Jules is going to do a ton of damage on top of that RP, and it's going to be G7 who come out on top thanks to a big ice path. Even with the Mag ultimate coming through, Sanking and Mag both go down, and Jules now going to be forced to go back bit on the run here. Sentry is down, so Jules has no hiding for him, and here comes Nyx from behind. Oh, nope. Forced to change target. He wanted to go for the Templar Assassin. Instead he's going to be going for the Disruptor here. Luna pops the ultimate, trying to turn things around. Neolution.G7 have overextended, maybe. They lose Rubik. Are they going to lose more here? Owie actually going to find himself on the receiving end of some nasty aggression. And Jules, the only man left standing, he is, well, he's on the run. He is up against 4 heroes here. He's got no mana. He's got no HP. He's going to go down to another nuke or two. The Maledict is on him. Wait for it. Witch Doctor gets the kill. And Witch Doctor, well, he struggled to get those boots up nice and early. He's now got 1,600 gold. We could be seeing some, maybe a BKB for the Witch Doctor, maybe just go for some classic support items. He did want to go for that early on. He's got those 2 gauntlets of string, so maybe we see him pick that up now. As something I've realized I completely haven't done. There we go. There we go. Now you can have my less ADD commentating. This is the commentating speed. My playing Dota speed is max acceleration, unfortunately, but this is what's nice and smooth to watch. This is what happens when I don't cast games. This is my first streamed game of 2013, and it's done on a crappy Australian internet on some not so flashy quality. Hopefully you guys in Dota TV are having an awesome time. Well happy that you bought the SEA League ticket. You're getting some entertaining games, that's for sure. I've actually got my ticket, despite being one of the commentators. I got my ticket just because I want to watch the games, because there's 2 games on at once, so the other 2 games which have been on while I've been casting this, I don't get to see, so I'll watch them later using the Dota TV ticket. But for those of you guys annoyed at the quality, or annoyed at my ability to miss kills, to have crappy camera work, you can get a Dota TV ticket for $4, $3.99 actually. And LD will be streaming some of the games later on in the tournament, so we'll have a better quality there. And beyond the summer, actually looking to potentially set up a studio of our own where we'll be having some much higher level production quality.
Dire's top tower
Dreamz right now, though, they're in a decisive position. Their quality is looking good. I mean, as far as decisive position, they're pretty even on kills, but I feel like just controlling the map a lot better. They've got farm on their key heroes. The one hero they do have to worry a bit about is going to be this Morphling. And oh, here comes the engagement. They found Disrupt in a bad position. This is a key hero they need. His Static Storm to take these fights. Sankin going to get a 2-hero Burrow Strike, but it's actually going to get blocked by the Nyx Assassin. He doesn't take any damage here, and it's Sankin getting very, very low. He goes down to the tag on Leo
Radiant's
says,
middle tower
thank you very much. I'll take that Dagon kill. T1 tower at mid. As there disappears my audio controller. Jakiro getting caught up by Jules. This is where the early BKB can be useful. You find these openings, you can get these kills. You get the once you get the BKB up, it can just be so much more aggressive. They haven't got anything to go through. He gets 1 kill, he gets a 2nd kill. Both support heroes going down. Witch Doctor and Jakiro both dropping. And now Jules is he can start going for a damage item now. He's also got a ton of levels going his way. He's level 16, by far the highest level in the game. Mag level 14 behind him, and this is where Dreamz in a decent position because of Jules' TA. He's able to control the game now that he's got this BKB, especially if he gets a Desolator up now or some kind of damage item. This is what you need against burst damage, physical damage as well. Now that he's got the Lincoln Sphere, that first disable is going to get blocked. If you look to glimpse him back, if you look for a Lucent Beam to give you some nukes, it's going to get blocked. So this Lincoln Sphere will give him some additional survivability. And Dreamz, they've got the mech up on Disruptor. That's going to give them a lot of survivability of their own. You've got Mag Sign to be able to refresh. I just feel these key items coming up is just going to make a big difference for Dreamz, especially in the team fights in sort of about 5 minutes time. They'll have a BKB on Luna. They've got the mech. We're not going to be looking at the refresher that soon, but that's sort of your late game. That's sort of your backup plan. If the fights just go okay and they don't start controlling the game, but they keep on trading evenly. That's what they've been doing for some time here, trading kills a bit. That's where they're just buying time for Mag to get the refresher. They're really transitioning well into the mid game and then to the late game. For G7, they've got a lot of support heroes here. The Dagon for Nyx is nice in the short term, but long term Dagon is not going to win you the game. It's going to get you some kills here and there. We saw it at mid lane get a kill in the Sand King, but it's not going to be the thing to win you a game. The one thing they have that can take this late game is a Morphling, and that's really, it's good news and it's bad news. It's a great hard carry for the late game, but it's not, there's no backup plan. They haven't got the addition, they haven't got the secondary hero. As my mouse dies. Mouse. There we go. Mouse is back and while I'm working. Some battery issues with the mouse. Sorry about that, guys. Jules now. Oh! Not going to find the Jakiro here. Not going to even try and go for the Morphling, who's got the Lincoln Sphere up, also has the ability to stat change. And Leo on that Nyx Assassin has the Dagon up, looking for some more openings, looking for those kills. Jules is invis. And he's going to find the Witch Doctor via Cat. There's no... Look at it go. It doesn't go anywhere because Jules pops the BKB just to ensure the kill. And the double damage mag, shockwaves down the creep wave. Jules is there to help clean it up, and well, they may want to apply some additional pressure here. Nyx is going to come in from the side just to mana burn this mag. He's not too fussed about it. Well, he will be annoyed, I would say, more than anything, but he's got Bottle, Arcane Boots, Oblivion Star, plenty of mana regen here. And now Shoti at the mid lane. Ultimate Orb is up, so we're looking at either a Manta Style or a Skadi. Both decent. I mean, just getting stats on raw stats on Morphling is always going to be great, just because if you can all the extra strength you get can be agility, can be damage, can also be move back to strength if you're on the run. It's just, he's such a versatile hero in that way as far as being aggressive and also then quickly transitioning into a defensive posture, which is where getting these mass stats items can be so good. Oh, needs to be careful. Sentry Ward gets popped and immediately Sanking Barrow strikes out the tier 1 tower. Shoti wants it. Lincoln's gets broken though. I think he's going to play very safe now. It wasn't an RP, he was looking for a skewer. RP up in 2 seconds. As far as total net worth goes, it's Templar Assassin who's the most fast. Morphling, slightly behind. And here comes the Desolator for Templar Assassin. Another 1,500 or so gold, 1 Mithril Hammer. Needs a second and a Desolator recipe. With the 1,200 gold there, we're looking at around 1,600 gold before we're seeing that Desolator up. And that's where Dreamz can really start having a decisive way in these teamfights. They've got the BKB on Luna, so they can teamfight as it is. But give it some time, and we're looking at a Refresher as well as a Desolator, and then you've got a really powerful way of fighting. If they can pick off Rubik, it's a great opening for them to win a team fight. They pop BKB early, the Luna. BKB also being popped on Templar Assassin. They need to convert this to kills. They're not really doing so, and this is an issue because they've committed so much. This Max is going to get one. It is the Rubik. But they threw a lot at that. 2 BKBs. Disruptor going to need to try and find another with the Glimpse here. Still an okay fight for them, but 2 BKBs. Mag ulti is preserved, but not as... didn't catch Neolution as much by surprise as they were hoping for. The smoke around, the BKB having just been picked up by Luna not long ago, they thought they could maybe turn into something more, but just the 1 kill. G7 going to be happy to not giving up more there. Rubik, well, he's almost got a 4-star as well there, so his survivability there. Next time you see him getting ganked, he can force, blink out of there. Steal spells like Skewer to get out of there. And that's where Rubik can get really hard to kill and hard to deal with in the mid game. The problem is you need damage as well. He doesn't really offer a whole lot of carry potential, which is where all you've got is the Morphling. Sanking at mid lane. He's quickly on the run. It's a Radiant Sentinel. That's going to spot out Leo. Leo needs to be careful. They know he's here. He's going to get glimpsed back. They decided to just take the safe route. Sanking wanted to kill him. It looks like they actually wanted to find him. I think that was a kill. I think that glimpse probably saves him there because Sanking comes in with a stun. You've got the Templar Assassin. The one thing that could keep him alive is the Carapace. Jakiro, well, that's not really Jakiro. And a big stack here. Luna and Templar Assassin going to be happily clean this up. Templar Assassin now getting very close to the Desolator. Owie getting... Imagine want to go for a Manta style here. And, well, G7, they want to somewhat contest this. They want to make sure that they can sort of stint the farm with some of these heroes here. Luna get caught out, does have the BKB up, may want to pop it soon, takes so much damage, the BKB may not even be enough. RP from Mag, catches 3, here comes the blinking from Jules, lines them all up perfectly, catches 3, 4, all in one cleaving attack. The Psyblades just destroys them. Complete and utter team wipe. Flick of the wrist, Mag gets one big ulti off and they just all melt. They almost killed Luna. Even if they kill Luna there, that fight doesn't go any differently. I mean, Luna does a bit of damage there, but that's a team wipe with or without Luna. Even if they kill Luna before the BKB, that big Mag ulti, TA blinking. He had 3 caught in the RP, and the 3 were caught in the RP here, and the ones that weren't were here, and TA was just side-blading through them, killing them all one by one. It was just devastating to see, and that was without a Desolator. I want to say he's got the Desolator now. I'm not sure if he actually had it for that fight. I don't believe he did. He was killing the Ancients with when he had the 2 Mithril Hammers and was a bit short for the Desolator SP. I think he's just got the Desolator now, and well, that could spell Roshan. There's a lot of damage on this TA with the Desolator, a lot of minus armor as well to help bring down Roshan fast. And then you've got the plus damage coming from the Lunar Blessing. This is a very potent teamfight composition now. I don't know what Cyborg Matt's doing in chat. He's meant to be training and scrimming with Team Beyond the Summit for the staff match tonight. Team Beyond the Summit. I think we had some scrims arranged, but which he should be playing right now. So shame on you, Cyborg Matt. Shame on you. But the SEA League is pretty hard to miss, I have to say. watching some fun, entertaining Southeast Asian Dota here as G7 are in a bit of trouble here against Dreamz. They're going for the extra points in Dagon. They decide they haven't got the late game carry, so the one thing they may be able to make work for them is going to be the burst damage. It's going to be the Nyx with the points in Dagon. get the Dagon 5, get the Ethereal Blade, just go for pure burst damage of some sort. But Dreamz have a much more well-rounded team. They've got the team fight, the Sand King with the Bleak damage, the mech on the Disruptor, and then they've got the damage, the carry potential with the TA having a Desolator. The Luna as well. BKB almost has a completed Manta style. Dreamz is such a well-rounded, good late-game team that there's so little G7 can do. Their only carry, the Morphling, is just... Well, his net worth is still behind the Templar Assassin, and it's only just... He's ahead of the Luna by 4 gold, so may as well not be ahead. And now Shoti at the top lane, going to try to finish off that Manta, but it's bottom lane. His team are just in a world of trouble, world of pain. Nyx Assassin gets caught out. These Sentry Wards being very proactive, and the gem up on Disruptor as well. There's no way Nyx Assassin can just go in and get these easy pickoffs anymore once the gem is up. They need some other initiation. That's what they don't have. They need the backup plan. They need some other initiator, which it just isn't there. That's why they need a hero like a Mag. That's why you see Nyx Assassin so often as a support hero, because you need some other solo mid initiator, something like a Beastmaster, something like a Mag, because once there's gem and sentries, it's hard to find as a Nyx Assassin. But need G7, they're going to make a go at it even without the Nyx Assassin. Try burst down Disruptor. If they can get this gem off him, it would be fantastic. Mag is in the middle. He's not going to find the RP he wants right away. He's actually saving it still. Gem's still on the ground. He's going to RP now just for this Morphling, and the rest of Morphling's team are in a bit of trouble here. Burrowstroke Soul from the Rubik. He's going to actually just use that to try and help keep this Morphling alive. Shockwave goes straight through Neolution.G7's Rubik's body, and now they lose another. They lose Witch Doctor as well, and Sand King, well, Sand King takes a fall for this, and it's just Morphling sort of left alive here. Nyx Assassin has respawned, and if anyone can make something happen here, cleanup guy is here. Where's the gem? Mag has picked up the gem, and Refresher Orb is bought. He's got an extra energy booster just to make sure he has mana for this Refresher Orb. Double RP is the name of the game. G7 is from Myanmar, for those of you guys asking in the chat. And right now, they're putting up a good effort against one of the Philippines' best teams in Dreamz, but they're still on the back foot, and this gem is going to keep on causing them a lot of problems, not to mention the RP. The double RP is up on Mag. I want to see if Nyx wants to keep going for more points in Dagon, or what does it go? I feel it's hard looking at G7 as you look at what items they get, how the progression works for them. It just isn't really working too much for them. They don't have the heroes which are like, okay, then this is the next item they're going to get, and then the late game team fights look better. They just don't have those kind of heroes or items. The only thing they have is a Morphling. Heroes like Witch Doctor, there isn't really much late game progression. Jakiro, same thing. Nyx, same thing. Rubik, same thing. I mean, Rubik, they're good late game heroes always, but they're not heroes who benefit from items and farm. Whereas you look at the Radiant team, they've got 3 heroes who benefit a lot from items. The Mag, the TA, the Luna, and all of them have items. Sand King's with a Blink Dagger. He's another hero who can, I mean, he makes more use of, he's probably on the same level as saying like a Nyx Assassin. He's a support. The solo mid Nyx Assassin just not working out, not to mention the safe lane Rubik, who is farming in the safe lane. As a solo, of course. It's just not really a team composition that's going to work. They sort of stack too many support heroes. They just don't have enough firepower unless they dominate the early game laning stage, which they weren't going to do. They didn't have the lanes to do it. Rubik cannot dominate a Mag. Their trial lane at bottom did decently, but not well enough. They were never going to win a trial lane versus trial lane convincingly, even though they did manage to come out slightly on top as far as kills go. It's been quickly turned around as soon as we hit mid-game, as soon as Dreamz started team fighting with their AoE team fight, with this strong composition of theirs. And now Jules, he's just got off hunting on his own. He's got the gem. Mantisal as well on him. And, well, he can just burst down some of these squishy supports in no time whatsoever, I imagine, if he can catch him out in the right, with the right positioning. And he may just do that. They're going to be walking right in. He's actually found the Witch Doctor. BKB has popped. He's going to go on this Nyx Assassin. You cannot use Carapace to get away from a BKB Templar Assassin. He's going to change target. Actually, he's just going to back off for the time being. Try and deal with this Morphling here. Here comes Luna with the Manta Style. Jakiro in no man's land has a 4-stuff. Turn around, 4-stuff up the ramp, does do so. El going to get actually burst down. Magnus is down. That's the hero they needed. No double ulti, no double RP. It's a 2-for-1, but they get the most important hero in some ways. This is the one hero that can sort of basically allow Dreamz to seal the deal, get some Raxes with a big RP. That's the way your team might come from. Or possibly it just comes from Jules with a TA. With a 5-slotted TA. Blink, Manta, Phase Boots, Deso, BKB. He's filling up a slot with a gem as well, but he is very, very big. And now Dreamz are looking to seal the nail in the coffin. They get Kenji. They want to deal with this Morphling as well. They're going to force him back. They may not chase him and just go for this tier 3 tower here. Jules has other ideas. He says, yeah, I'm going to chase. I've got Desolator. I've got a ton of farm here. Rampage! Dreamz Legion Steel Series Jules. Well, he's got all the answers. 38 minutes into the game. Rampage for Jules. Tier 3 tower for Jules. And, well, that's pretty convincing stuff. You've got to feel that Dreamz have just... I mean, they had the shaky early game, but that was... They were caught by surprise by a Rubik TP. Rubik TP'd from top to bottom where the tri-lane was, and that was where Dreamz started to really... I mean, that's where their bad early game stemmed from. One TP from Rubik, and they had that bad early game. But once they got to the mid game, once they got the levels they needed, it was something turned around very, very quickly, and now we're seeing G7, well, unable to fight. Witch Doctor going to do all he can. Drops an ult, and almost actually manages to finish off the Luna here, but they've lost bot racks. I can hear Witch Doctor saying, wait for it. Is this Luna maledicted? He was maledicted, but it looks like he survived it out. And it's going to be Jules just going balls to the wall, looking for kill after kill. He's not going to find it. He's actually going to get picked off. Loses his godlike streak, in fact. He's got 4k gold. He's got buyback. He's got another big item if he wants it. Probably see something like a crit coming up in just a second.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Top lane is Magnetor with a 4-stuff up as well. So additional mobility coming his way. Disruptor. No big items being picked up on him. Probably wants to get some more sentries and gems just to help deal with this Nyx Assassin. He's got a 4-stuff of his own. Dagon too. He's got 1500 gold. Decided not to go for the next point in Dagon. He's just going hunting. Who's got the gem? Oh, no, I thought it was Mag with the gem. I was like, is that a gem? No, it's a refresh rob. He's actually... He gets stunned by the Centaur. He gets the kill anyway. If that Centaur saved his life, that would have been absolutely incredible. Because he went in for the kill, there was a third unit. You need three units before you stun. And Nyx Assassin was the third. So he came out of Vendetta and then immediately got stunned by a Centaur, which almost saved Disruptor's life. If it had bought him enough time to get away from the Nyx Assassin before the Impale came, that would have been something sensational. Tyr has buyback. He's choosing not to do so. And his team are actually suffering because of this. In goes the Neolution.G7 team. They're looking to make something happen with this Morphling, who's got a decent amount of farming, but Luna with a BKB, Butterfly complete as well, has just too much damage to deal with. You can't use the Spike Carapace to get away once you've got the BKB up, and that's what we saw earlier from Jules. As Owie at the tier 2 tower mid, he's still having his way with Kenji. Kenji had such a good start, has suddenly found himself getting on the receiving end of a couple deaths very recently. Morphling trying to get out away more than anything. He thought he could fight this. He has got the Linkers. He can get broken by a Lucent Beam, and Luna switches up the sides. Let's just go straight down the mid lane, but here comes Nyx Assassin. Oh, he needs to get out of this one. Look at it go. It's not going to bounce. Oh, it bounces. It finds a Disruptor. 4 stuff away from Disruptor. Nyx Assassin bursts down the Luna. Immediate buyback, and it's going to be Disruptor once again in trouble. The glimpse is back. Morphling still alive for a second here. Impale on cooldown. 1 more second. 2 more seconds. Impale is now up. He's trying to cancel animation. Can he find the Disruptor? Oh, the edge of it. With a mana burn. Gets the kill. Leo now in all sorts of trouble. Epicenter is there. Sand says, be nice to my friend. You want to play with the big boys? I'll show you how to play with the big boys. And now the march down mid lane. Jules is leading it. He's got the crit up. He's also bought some boots to travel. And well, Dreamz, they're looking to go for a second set of Raxes here. And with Morphling and Nyx Assassin dead, they're sort of your 2 big heroes that can offer a lot in these team fights. It's hard for G7 to defend this. And well, no buyback for Nyx Assassin. He's bought back for that, for that last fight, just to kill off the Luna. And Luna, well, Luna says, I'll just buy back then, thank you very much. And now, Dreamz are looking to seal the deal. They want to get the Mega Creeps. Nope, they decide just to go for the tier 4, go for the throne, seal the deal, get this round 1 win here in the qualifier for the SEA League. And it looks like they're going to do just that. Jules finds another kill. He finds the Witch Doctor. They're going to find, the Jakira. Yes, he does. Inside the fountain, he's going to go in for the Rubik as well, taking a lot of damage. Pops a Manta Style, gets a triple kill. Jules going to make his way out of there. GG is called from Dreamz, from the admins, and from G7. Loser bracket matches will resume tomorrow, but we're going to have our next round of the winner bracket coming up shortly, guys. 4 p.m. Wow, we're staying at 4 p.m. I don't want to start at 4 p.m. No one consulted me. We're starting at 4 p.m. tomorrow, guys, with your next loser round. Actually, no, we have more winner bracket matches. What am I talking about? We're going to be back with winner bracket round 2 matches soon. Tomorrow we're going to have loser bracket round matches, but that was the SEA League. Dreamz managed to take down Neolution.G7. Some cool picks. Haven't seen Witch Doctor in such a long time. Same goes for Morphling, but I feel the problem was they had the Rubik and Nyx. They had basically 4 support heroes or 4 support utility heroes. They needed another sort of carry or semi-carry. It just didn't work out for them, whereas Dreamz, such a well-rounded team. They had the solo mid-tier to control the game, the late game Luna, the mag for the team fight. Great team fight coming out from Disruptor and Sanking as well, and there just wasn't much that could be done from Neolution.G7. In the end, it's Dreamz to advance, guys. We're going to be back soon with your next match, which will be a winner bracket round 2 match. Possibly Dreamz, possibly first departure. We're going to wait and see, guys. Stay tuned.